On February 20th, 2024, a game developer by the name of LocalThunk released Balatro, a poker-themed roguelike deck-building card game. In Balatro, you rack up points and move on to higher difficulty levels by playing increasingly broken poker hands. You do this by modifying the cards in your deck, but also by gathering jokers. In Balatro, jokers are special cards, separate from your deck, that modify played hands. Some of them simply add mult, or multiplier, to the value of your hand, and others might accrue value the more you play certain types of cards. There's one joker, however, that has captured my curiosity, the Gros Michel. The Gros Michel joker adds 15 mult, or multiplier, to a played hand. So if normally I was playing a high card hand, the value would be 5 times 1. 1 being the mult, 5 be the chips. When scoring this hand, the Gros Michel would add 15 to the mult. So instead of 5 times 1, it'd be 5 times 16. Pretty powerful common joker early in the game. The trick is that this joker has a 1 in 6 chance of disappearing at the end of the round. It suddenly disappears and the message extinct appears on your screen. The Gros Michel, also known as the Big Mike, was the king of produce aisle bananas up until the 1960s. It was popularized in the 19th century when French naturalist Nicolas Bodin brought and planted some in Martinique. It was then taken from Martinique to Jamaica and so on until it became the dominant banana export to Europe and North America from Central America. Chances are, however, you've never even eaten a Gros Michel, or maybe even seen one. A soil fungus called Panama disease, or Fusarium oxysporum, ravaged banana crops worldwide in the 1950s. It had been an issue prior to that, but this particular outbreak nearly wiped the Gros Michel off the face of the earth. This brings me to the Cavendish, another banana cultivar and a joker in Balatro. In Balatro, you can only acquire the Cavendish joker if you've already had a Gros Michel and it's gone extinct during play. The Cavendish card has a powerful ×3 value, which when activated will take your current mult or multiplier and multiply that by 3. So if you had 16 mult and the Cavendish activates, you would then have 48 mult. The Cavendish is the name of a subgroup of banana, and chances are you've grown up eating these. Although somewhat popular prior to the 50s outbreak of Panama disease that wiped out the Gros Michel, they became the de facto replacement for the Gros Michel as they were suitable as a drop-in replacement. They could grow in the same soil that was affected by Fusarium oxysporum. There's a catch though, with both the Cavendish joker and the cultivar. The Cavendish joker has a 1 in 1,000 chance of being destroyed at the end of the round. This seems to be a reference to the possible impending end of the Cavendish cultivar. Panama disease, again Fusarium oxysporum, actually has 4 varieties or races. While the Cavendish is resistant to types 1, 2, and 3, it is shown to be affected by race 4, which has 2 important strains, tropical and subtropical. Subtropical type 4 has been detected in southeast Queensland, New South Wales, and Western Australia, while tropical race 4 has been detected in Queensland and near Darwin in the Northern Territory. Tropical race 4 in particular is devastating to the Cavendish. It's possible that in our lifetime, the Gros Michel and the Cavendish will no longer be commonly available. So, for historical record and my taste buds, I'm going to try a Cavendish and a Gros Michel. I picked up this Cavendish banana at Whole Foods. It was labeled organic, and first thing I notice is no blemishes, right? Very clean, clear banana. I could probably let this one go a little longer. It's a little, green there at the ends, but, it'll be good. Also, it's got like this long stem for peeling. I don't know if that was like bred into this particular Cavendish, but that's nice. I can grip it and rip it. On the other hand, the Gros Michel. So much like the card in the game, it does have, those brown blemishes. It's not like with a banana where you get like the dots all over them. It's not the same. It's almost like where it's been bumped or grazed, and then those kind of like show up over time. So super interesting. And then the stem is quite a bit shorter. I don't know if that's just the way that they cut it, or maybe that's like characteristic of the Gros Michel. So let's get to it. I'm gonna take some bites of this one. I do have like more Gros Michels as well. This was the one that's ready and ripe. I got these from Miami Fruit. They have an online store and they will ship. It's pretty great. So Cavendish. Okay, so like I said, peel's very nice. Oh my goodness. That's a nice nanner, guys. So yeah. Take a look at that. I need to blur this out maybe. Just kidding. That's the banana I'm used to. That's what I grew up eating. It's a very good one, actually. I'm trying to think. How would I describe that? Like a banana? The fresher that you get them, or like the greener, I think they taste like more vegetal, which makes sense. Yeah, deeply inoffensive. I want to move over to the Gros Michel. I immediately have a problem. I don't have that stem to like kind of peel from, so like I'm gonna try. Okay. Taking a whiff. This looks ready. It doesn't peel as clean. It looks great. You know something? The peel seems like a good deal thinner than on the Cavendish, so I want to show that. So that's the Cavendish peel, and then the Gros Michel, or the Big Mike. It's a good deal thinner. I don't know if you would call that like the pith of the banana, what's on the inside on the peel, but I wonder if that has something to do with like why the Cavendish is more resistant to Panama disease. I'm smelling it. It smells different. Like more banana-y. That's hard to quantify, I guess. Okay. That's exactly how I would describe it. More banana. It almost has like a candy quality to it. I'm a little upset because I like this quite a bit more, actually. And they're really hard to get. You can get them, like I said, at Miami Fruit in Florida, which is great. Yeah, I'm surprised, I guess. Yeah. It seems like sweeter, brighter. Just like more of like a candy kind of vibe from this. Whereas the Cavendish, you know, it tastes... The Cavendish tastes healthy in a way that the Gros Michel does not necessarily. That's kind of bonkers. And I want to know why. So I went and read up on this a little bit. After trying the Gros Michel, I was super interested in differences between the flavors and what other people pick up. And I was reading on America's Test Kitchen, which, by the way, they're great. americastestkitchen.com, a great website, great resource. They were saying that the Gros Michel, the flavor quality is more similar to what you'd get from like artificial banana flavoring, which makes total sense. When I was eating it, it was giving me like candy kind of vibes. Now, they also say it's totally theory that it was based more on the Gros Michel flavor, those artificial flavors. It's hard to, you know, track down the people that were working in the flavor labs at like Hershey or whatever, working on Laffy Taffy, and say, hey, what kind of banana did you base this on? But that's working theory. It makes sense. Cavendish is just more mild, less of that banana flavor. And I was also reading that, that it's the esters of that, the banana, what gives the banana flavor of those esters, esters, a chemical. And I'm actually familiar with this term because of beer brewing. Banana esters, kind of like that note or off flavors when you're brewing beer, probably has something to do with like not eating enough of the sugars, like the yeast isn't eating enough of the sugars or something. But yeah, super fascinating. Wanted to share that with you guys as well. I hope you enjoyed this journey into a banana discovery. I was, you know, really put onto it by Balatro. Wanted to thank LocalThunk for a really great video game. If you haven't played Balatro, please go pick it up. It's sold over 1 million copies very quickly. It's a banger. Great game. If you enjoy card games of any kind, roguelikes, that kind of thing, go pick it up on Steam and Nintendo Switch. I think it's on consoles, and it's going to be on phones soon too. So thank you very much. Please hit like on this. I don't need you to subscribe. I'm not going to make a bunch of videos, but hitting like, I'd love for people to watch this video, and then leave a comment if you have other questions or, yeah, you just want to talk about bananas. Thank you.